Hello. I want to ask you some questions. How many times a week or even a day are you feeling really stressed out, really overwhelmed? It's hard to deal with life, maybe feeling triggered. And then how often are you feeling like your head is just full of squirrels? Like you just have these thoughts and it feels overwhelming and your brain won't be quiet and makes it hard to sleep and it makes it hard to deal with all the things that come up in your day. If you're feeling like this a lot, I have something that might help you, something that helps me extraordinarily and my clients. And it's probably something you've never heard of before. It's called access bars. So, what are the bars? The bars are 32 points on your head, and they correspond to different things in your life like money, body, aging, communication, and a bunch more. And when these points are lightly touched by a practitioner, your mind relaxes, your body starts to relax, your brainwaves slow down, and your mind is able to let go of all these thoughts that have been just you've been holding on to and they've been keeping you feeling stuck. So what you're left with is this clear mind feeling where you actually have space. You feel like you have space to explore new possibilities. You can think more clearly, just feeling more calm. After a bar session, the thing that I hear the most from people, especially the first time, they're like, okay, like I didn't know what to expect, but wow, I feel different. I feel really relaxed. I feel like all the thoughts are gone out of my head. And they just, yeah, it's like this sense of peace. So after a bar session, at the very least, you can expect it to feel like you just had a relaxing massage. At the most, it could totally change your life. And what I mean by that is I'm going to tell you why I got started in doing the bars in the first place. And it's because I had a couple of pretty life changing experiences. The first one was when I was going through a divorce, and I was also in a job that I was just miserable. And but I felt really pressured to stay there because I was about to become a single mom. I just felt really overwhelmed and stressed out. And well, I let my friend give me a bar session for the first time. After I left there, I just felt this sense of calm and clarity, and I just wanted to run out and just quit that job immediately. But I didn't. But when I did give my notice, it went really well, surprisingly, and I was able to keep working there a lot less stressed. And um, yeah, it was just a lot better until I could find a new job. The other big experience that I had was at my next job, something had happened where I was left feeling it was like an incident where I was felt very hurt, misunderstood, betrayed, like totally messed with my whole sense of self, and I just couldn't figure out how to process it on my own. And it, for a couple of weeks I was starting to just get really more and more depressed, and that's when I reached out. I knew I needed help. So the day I went in for my bar session, I was feeling like so down and even had a sore throat. I was a little worried about going. But what happened was after the bar session, I felt like this huge weight lifted off of me. And I felt like so full of joy. Like I almost felt like I'd been drinking. It's like, oh my God, I feel so much better. And that feeling lasted for a good couple weeks. Like this, I feel really zen kind of feeling. And it took off so much of that sting of that incident that it was a lot easier to deal and move on at work. And then now that I get my bars, and that's when I decided to become a bars practitioner. Now that I get my bars run regularly, I just find it's a lot easier to deal with life. I don't get as stressed out when stuff happens during the day, or as emotional or as triggered. Like if you're at the grocery store and people are annoying or something like that, I find it a lot easier just to stay calm. So if this sounds exciting to you and you'd like to give a bar session a try, I am in the Madison Monona area. I have a link up above where you can go and schedule your first session. And then if you are interested and you're not in the area, you can look on the Access Consciousness website. They're the ones that teach the bars, and see if you can find a practitioner in your area. So if you found this video helpful and you want to share with other people that you think could benefit, please feel free to do that. And thank you so much for listening.